All right, let me grab this first question.
Oops, sorry.
Whenever you're ready. I see your screen there. It looks good. So actually, we can do this differently. Let's do this. Type n equals 1 into your thing there. Hit enter, and then type in the pattern there where it says parentheses minus n plus 3 squared. Basically, answer A. Plus 3. Maybe you've already tried that one. Okay, so is that the first number?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you could change it to n equals 2 and see if, well, that, yeah, we don't get that. And is that the right number for, is that the right, see how it's, your next number in the sequence is 1 and that's what you've got.
Yeah.
Now try it for n, now try it for n equals 3. And is that right? And you might as well try for n equals 4. Okay, and then it wants the 5th one, so maybe put in 5 if you want. I mean, it's probably the first one, but no. Put 5 in for n. Plus 3 there. There you go. And then, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so that works. So let's go to question 4. All right, so first question is this going up or down by the same amount? What you hope is that it's arithmetic. Okay. So for example, if you go to a new line or clear those out on the right, it's up to you if you want to do that. You always do the right minus the left. So it'd be minus 24 minus a minus 15. Okay, hit enter. And then you would do minus 33 minus a minus 24. And you hopefully are seeing the pattern there.
Okay.
So the difference is minus 9, but it's got to be arithmetic, and the minus 9 has to go in front of the n. So notice B. Good. Yeah, go ahead if you want. Yes. So see how letter C is minus 9n. We were doing it slightly differently yesterday, where we were putting the first term before the variable. Here, that common difference is going in front of it. So it's actually letter C. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but there's also a couple other ways we could do it. You could actually just follow the sequence and see what the next number is. So.
And then would I just do like negative 42?
You don't have to do anything. Well, it's minus 9 because it's going down by 9 each time. Yeah. See how you got minus 9 as the first 3? Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Number 5. So this one's more complicated. We want to type in I equals 0. Okay. And then just do that first one, 33i plus 3. Just type that in. Is that the first number in your sequence there? 30, is that 36?
Yeah.
Well, no, on the right it says 3. Right. Okay, so now do you see how there's one on the bottom where it says I equals 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so try that one. Okay, and that's 36, but got to be careful here. We need to check the 8th term. So put in I equals 8 and see if it gives you 267. Oh, no, back, yeah, back the previous line there. Yep, just change that. And see how the number on the right changes to 267.
Yeah.
That's looking pretty good, but we might as well try it for like the second term. So maybe make it I equals 2. And that's 69. I equals 3 is 102. So I feel pretty good about it, but you see how you can't just check it at one place. You got to really check it at a couple.
Right.
To make sure.
Yeah. Okay. And then give me 1 second. I need to let my dog in. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay. And we pretty much
Okay,
do
so
like the same
just
thing.
same thing here. Maybe type in I equals 1. And then you've got to be very careful how you type this in. It's 5 to the power of I plus 4. Okay, so that's looking pretty good, but we should probably check the second one. That's looking good, and then do third. Okay, so we think it's the first one, right?
Mhm.
Does that series go out forever? Is that what dot 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 means?
Yeah, it's infinite, and it has the infinite sign up here.
Yes, and so that's very critical because let's just say letter C was in the first position. You would need to know that you actually have to go on forever for that.
Okay.
So A is correct because of that there.
All right. I equals. What
Let's
is
do
that?
K. Let's just
Okay.
yeah, K equals 2. And then the next line, put in that K squared minus 7. Hit enter. Because you want the sum, go ahead and hit enter on that. You want to grab that minus 3 and put that in the line that you're currently on, and then plus, put the plus symbol. And then you want to go back and change the K to 3 to get the new number. And then that's the number you're going to add 2 now. Do you see where I got the 2 from the previous line?
Yeah.
Plus, now you're going to add it again. Go back and change K to 4. And we're going up to 6 because that's what it says on the left. It says 2 to 6. There are other ways to do it, but I think this will be your best path to getting the right answer.
Got it. 52.
And of course, 52 isn't there.
Yeah.
We must have grabbed it. No, one of the numbers isn't right. So just change your K to 5 and let's just check the numbers. That's 18. Change it to 4. That's 9. 3.
2, 1.
Well, no, we don't have to go past. So there's just a mistake in your answers. I guess I would go with 55.
Okay.
But you might mark that and tell the instructor.
Okay. I'll ask him about it.
Okay, this one's exactly the same. We're going to change the function though to 2K. And you can see that your first number is 2 that you're going to add.
So 2 plus
Okay.
4. And are we going all the way up to 8?
It doubles, yes, and it doubles each time. So if you start noticing the pattern, no, you gotta go to 3. Your K is 3. Yeah. So plus 6, and then it's gonna be plus 8 because you're gonna double that.
Oh wait.
And because you're going, and it's okay that you're doing what you're doing. You just have to know when to stop. Like it's 1 to 8, so you need 8 numbers there. You currently have 5. Yeah, it's 12 plus with 7, it'll be 14. 14.
16.
Yes. And you can just count. You say, oh, I got 8 numbers there. No. 18's too far because you stop at, you've got 8 total numbers there.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so this one is an arithmetic sequence because it's going up or down by the same amount. You got to figure that out. How much is it going up or down by?
It's going down by 2.
It appears that it is going down, but notice it's -6 to -4, which means it's actually getting closer to 0. If you were to do a -4 minus a -6, you would see that it is +2. So remember that earlier problem you did the minus 42 minus a minus 33.
So it'd be like negative.
You really have to do right minus left.
Oh.
No, right minus left. Right minus left. So minus 4. Yes. Perfect. So that's what it's going up by.
Okay.
Yes. So that number 2 has to go in front of the n. So do you see that it could be A or D at this point?
Yeah.
So then what I would do is type in the formulas 2n minus 8 and see which one gives me the 13th term. Like 2 times 13 minus 8. Like let n equal 13. Go ahead and type n equals 13. Okay, hit enter and type in that first formula, 2n minus 8.
18.
Okay, is that right? No, it must be that.
Yeah.
Very good. Do you think you can do that on your own on a test or quiz?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what we want. So same thing here. You got to do that right minus left. So I'm pretty convinced that it's minus 2.3n, either A or B.
And then I would do 2.3 and yeah.
What is the value of n that they're looking for? What does it say? It says find a subscript. What's the subscript under the A? No, take your cursor. Yes, 14. So write n equals 14. And to me, you're down to A or B because they're the only ones that have the right number in front of n.
Yeah.
So you're going to hit enter and type in either A or B and see which one gives you the right value. You could put n there. 14 is fine.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like, wait. Okay. What?
Well, that's odd. It doesn't like that. So maybe you did put 14 in parentheses. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so this is the more difficult one. This is the one that I'm going to have to show you by hand. I could sort of talk you through it, but it's a little bit hard. Actually, no, there's another way. There's another way. Type in n equals 16. Okay, hit enter, and then type in 5n plus 4. We're going to try number 1. Okay, so I don't know why it's not working now. It may be that you have too many n's going on in this, like you may have to clear out. And I think you can do a clear all on the bottom there. You can see where it says clear on the lower right. I think you can hit clear all, start over. So type in n equals 16.
16 and then
Enter, and then 5n plus 4. Yes. Okay, so is that 69?
No.
No. So let's try the next formula. 4n plus 5. Is that 69? I thought that was.
Oh wait.
Oh no, I thought it was 4n plus 5.
Oh my gosh. I am 4n plus 5 is 6.
And we want it to be 69. Do you see why I want that? And then try 19 for n, because that's the other one that they're giving you. Does that give you 81? Now, I mean, it's pretty unlikely that there's any other ones there that would be correct. So that's pretty solid.
Got it.
Let's do the same thing for this one.
was the first one.
Wow, I didn't expect you to be able to just get, okay. This one's slightly different. This one's slightly different because they're giving you the sequence. So here's what you could do. I mean, I'm not saying this is the best way to do it, but you could type n equals 1 in that first position, and you could try each of the multiple choice answers and see which one gives you 8. And when you do your exponent, it has to be in parentheses. Okay, so see how that's 8? Now try n equals 2 and see if it gives you, what's the second number in the sequence?
32.
Yeah.
128, 4. Yeah.
So that one looks right. I mean, so now try 6 and see if it actually gives you the number you're expecting. Oops.
No.
Oops. So where is the right answer now?
It would be that one. Maybe it'd be that one.
Well, no, your formula was good. Do you see how A and D have the same formula?
Yeah.
So the A or D was correct. There you go. Okay.
Excuse me.
So I would do the same thing. We did a couple problems where I let n equals 12 and then, or 5, whichever one, or 2, sorry, 2. No, it is. You were right. You were right. Matthew was wrong. And then try the formulas and see which one works. Yeah, your school is allowing you to take a math class where this is the structure. So let's take advantage of it. So let's try it though at 5 and make sure it actually gives you the right number.
Yeah. 2.
That doesn't seem right, does it?
No. 96.
N minus 1 works, but at 6 doesn't work. So we know it's not that one. It must be either C or D. You may have to just start over on that one to get it to format right. Okay, so then try it for the next point, which is 2.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think it was that number 7.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Then which one did I get wrong? Oh, number 15.
So you got to check. I think you switched the points that you're checking. So maybe just take a little extra time on your but that's great. That's a good effort. If your quiz is like that, you should be able to get a good score.
Hopefully I do. I'm thinking that I will, but yeah. And then the rest that I have is just the stuff that we were doing yesterday, so it should be pretty easy.
So one of the reasons I have you do the problems is so that I hope that like some of it just works out on the quiz or the test. You're gonna be better off doing it this way. But let's see what you got here. I remember we left 1 or 2 problems from one section. I don't remember if we finished off the other. Clever. Oh.
I think we have like half of the assignments left to do, so it shouldn't be too much.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do as much as we can.
Yeah. Okay.
It's incredible how slow this is to load.
Oh, I know, it's scary and incredible.
Yeah. We expect things to work really quickly now, and whenever it's not, like that, we're just like, why is it this way? But
for some reason it loads faster in school, but at home it takes forever. So either the school Wi-Fi is better or it just connects better to the school Wi-Fi.
yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
All right, now this one is pretty tough to do by hand, because you're gonna end up having to do it a bunch of times here. So yeah, so go ahead and type in 2i minus 3, the next line. Hit enter. Okay, so grab that number -1 and then hit enter, or plus, I'm sorry, plus, and then go back and change I to 2. Change it to 3.
Do we go up to 20?
Do you see the pattern? Do you see what it is going up by?
I'm just going up by ones.
No. There's a mistake then. It's not going up by 1. It's going up by 2 each time.
Right.
So go back to I equals 3. And see the number in the second line is 3. Yeah. And then and then it was 5 plus 5. The 1 is fine. The 1 is, do I equals 4, and you'll see that it was 5. Okay. What I'm trying to get you to see or think about is that that's going up by 2. So maybe you don't need to keep like doing the I thing. You can just type in. No. The sum is the sum of all the numbers. So you have 5 of the 20. So you have to get the next 15. You have to say plus 9, plus 11, but you're basically counting. And you can keep doing it this way, but maybe you see the pattern where you can just write the next number. The next one's going to be 11, and then it's going to be 13, and then it's going to be 15, and so on. But you got to get 20 of those numbers.
How many is that? Oh goodness. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So there is another way to do this, but I don't. Was this a new section that we were looking at, or is this a carryover from?
No, this is a carryover.
Okay, so it's actually 360 is the sum.
Oh.
which I did it on my side here. Go ahead and check 360. I think you just
Oh,
add an
just
extra
do an
term.
extra one.
Yeah. If we get more like this, I'll give you the formula for this. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do the formula. So
Okay.
here's the formula. You're gonna need to get a couple numbers. So type I equals 1 instead of I equals 6. Okay, and then change that to 4I plus 7. Okay, and then clear out the next line or just erase it all. Okay, now take and put in right parentheses 11 plus. Now we got to go get the last number. So type I equals 26 or change that first line to I equals 26. Okay, and then 111 plus 111. And then to the right of it, you need go to the outside of the parentheses on the right there. You need the number of terms. So there's 26 because it goes from 1 to 26. So type 26 and then divide that by 2. So the formula is you take the first term, the last term, times the number of terms and divide by 2.
Mm-hmm.
And we could write that down at some point, but let's just go with it for the moment. And there's no magic. It is a formula, it's a little like. Okay, so change that 11 to 4 plus, and then get
33?
Yep, 33. And then to the right of it times the number of terms, which is 33 in this case, divided by 2. And the sum can be negative, like that is possible. We don't like it, but it's possible. It's reasonable. Okay.
And I did 1.
There it is. So I think your first, if you go back to I equals 1, I think you grabbed the wrong numbers. I think you put 1 instead of minus 2.2 in, and that will change it significantly. Yeah, I think that'll be the right one. So the nice thing about your practice quiz is that it was multiple choice, so we were able to.
Right. Yay, that was the end of that one. Mm.
You know, when you wait this long, it's like when you go to a really good restaurant and you're just like, wow, I hope this is really good.
I get loads.
You see all the other people getting their
Oh,
food.
it takes forever. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
now
have
we have
to.
A. So A2.
This one's more. This one requires me to share my screen, which
Oh,
means it's very, you know, it's more complicated. So
right.
yeah, I'm gonna try again, as always, to cut through the less important stuff, but um, yeah, unfortunately there is no shortcut here. So because this is geometric, there's a different formula. AN is A1 R to the n minus 1 power. So we have to come up with A1 and R, which we currently do not have. So to do that, we take the larger, this larger one, A sub 6, minus 6250 over minus 10, and this equals R to the 6 minus 2 power. So try to focus on where the numbers came from so you can maybe map them in. And you see that the 6 came from there and the 2 came from there. So that what this produces is 625 equals R to the power of 4. Now you have a Desmos thing there, scientific. You can actually undo the 4th power by raising it to the 1/4 power.
Mm-hmm.
So 625 to the 1/4 power. When you do this, you'll get either 5 or minus 5. Actually, your thing probably won't give you minus 5. So that's already problematic. So which one is it? Well, I wonder if this is two solutions. So now that we have the value of R, which we'll just call it positive 5 for the moment, okay, you have an additional set of steps here. So AN equals A1 5 to the n minus 1 power. And then we'll just use this one right here, the A2. Okay, so the way that we use that is, sorry, this screen isn't scrolling. So we said that the second term is minus 10, and that means that n is really 2. As I'm explaining this, I'm realizing how complicated this actually is to explain. Divide by 5. So A1 equals minus 2. So again, I mentioned this. I said, okay, AN is A1 R to the n minus 1 power. You have to find A1 and you have to find R. And if you can find both of those, which is probably our main takeaway for this problem, that is how to proceed to get those two values and plug them into the formula.
Okay, that's too much.
It's a lot. Yeah, I agree.
It's a
It's not.
lot. Okay, it's okay. Now I'm gonna just share my screen.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, so unfortunately, this is exactly the same as the previous one. So let me grab it and try to again make it as simple as possible. You take this. What I think is problematic also is that it's the second set of numbers that you deal with first. So it's this time it's 1 divided by 64 equals R to the 4 minus 2. So in the previous problem, this was a nice number. Now it's a fraction. Unfortunately, there's not a way to to do that. So this simplifies to 1/64 equals r squared. If you recall, you undo a square with a square root. Yeah, so r is 1/8.
Oh,
And our
okay.
formula is an equals a1 r to the n minus 1 power. So you have r, okay? You have an equals a1 1/8 to the n minus 1 power, and then you use one of the points. So I'm gonna use the a2 equals 64. So that means n is 2. That means that we're gonna put 2 in for n. It means that an is 64. So 64 equals a1 1/8 to the power of 1. So why does that help? Because we can now solve for a1. You multiply both sides by 8. That's 480. So what is that? 472? Is that right? No. 480 plus it's 512. 512 equals a1. And then we put that back into this right here. So an equals 512 1/8 to the n minus 1 power.
Cool. Mm. Has my screen loaded yet?
Hey, I'm there. Sorry. I was just thinking out in my head that was hoping this only went up to 10. Could you go ahead and just go to the next couple of questions just to see what else is here? Maybe there's something easier that will. Nope. Okay.
These.
Kind of those they're not as good. Okay, we'll just keep going with this. Let me share my screen. I'm doing question 8. So let me share my screen now. Okay, so again, you take that larger number, or not that larger, the later number, the future number 49. You divide it by the other number 1 equals r to the 2 minus 1 power. 49 divided by 1 is 49.
So this is
this one actually works out nice because it gives you the r value, because a1 equals an r to the n minus 1. I'm sorry, an equals a1. So in this case, you have an equals a1 49 to the n minus 1, and normally we would put something in, but they already give you a1. So you can actually just put that value in right there for a1. So it's just 49 to the n minus 1 power. Okay, I'm going to grab a snip of this one. Let me share my screen. Okay, so you take the later number, 1792, which is, it's maybe not always the bigger number. The earlier number, 28, equals r to the 5 minus 2 power. So go ahead and divide 1792 by 28 and tell me what that is, please.
64.
64, yeah. And then I want to make sure you know how to do this. Like, do you know how to raise 64 to the 1/3 power on that calculator? You may have to put it in parentheses.
Would be 4, yeah.
It's 4, yeah. Now, the next thing is you write the formula for a geometric an equals a1 r to the n minus 1 power. So you write what you have already calculated for to the n minus 1 power. And this time you choose one of the points. I'm going to choose the second point. This means that n is 2. So it's a1 4 to the 2 minus 1 power. And then a2 is 28. 28 equals a1 times 4. Divide both sides by 4. a1 equals 7. So we take that number and put it back into this line right here, and that gives you your final answer, 7, 4 to the n minus 1 power. All right, this one's not too bad. When they give you the first term, really helps a lot. So let me grab the formula here. I'll share my screen. There we go. So the formula here is you take the later number 8, we'll call that 88, divided by the earlier number 11 equals r, and this whatever this later one is minus the previous one. So you end up getting 8 equals r cubed.
And would that be 2?
2. R is 2. Fantastic. So that's great. You get r equals 2, and after you get r is 2, you write the an equals a1 r to the n minus 1 power. So that's a1, which we don't know, 2 to the power of n minus 1. But we actually, yes, we actually do know this time. That's what's nice about this one is they give it to you. But normally you have to do that extra step of solving for it.
Okay. Now we're on to the different ones.
All right, so to do these, yeah, you're going to do the kind of the same thing you've been doing, 6, yeah, just like that. And you want to put that number in there. There is no shortcut though. You have to actually do all 9 of them to get this.
So I have to have 9 numbers by the end.
Yes, and I'll confirm your answer here. Let me get to where I can do that. This one's quite large.
Yeah.
Let me know when you get your final answer up compared to mine. Yeah, is that it there? It looks like that. Oh, I think you went one too many.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You only have to go to 9.
Oh, okay.
That is what I got as well.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 8. Does it want me to put commas?
Let me check your answer. 4. So no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The last 3 are 606 instead of 558. You must have been a small error. 606. No commas. That's not. Oh, no, it did take it. Okay. Great. This one's the same, unfortunately. Let me help out here. I get this. I can, and then we'll close out with this. Because you're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
7 times 4 I minus 1. There is the formula. It's pretty complicated though. Let me give you the answer though before we close out here. So go ahead. I can give you that number right now if you want to type it in. I know we don't normally do that, but you want to go to the left there. I can. 2, 4, 4, 6, 6, 7, 5. All right. Well, that takes us to the end of our time for today, and good luck on your quiz, and hope you get some time for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.
Of course. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.